Hello, hello, hello. We are live. I am so excited because today we are just jumping in and get it started. Got some good vibes, good energy. It's Q4. Women's basketball is on. We're entering fall. All of the things. Okay, thank you, Beyonce. I'm just hyped. I am so excited for this next quarter. I feel as if when you break down your year into quarters, you're able to reset. And I absolutely love that. And it's 12 o'clock. So we are just going to jump in and get started. Shout out to everyone in the Zoom room. Shout out to everyone on YouTube. Shout out to everyone on LinkedIn. And yeah, let's get into it. And the first thing that we're going to do is 1 minute meditation. We're going to go ahead and get started. So, wherever you are, just allow yourself to calm down. And I would really love just to start with a body scan as we do our 1 minute meditation. So, just close your eyes and breathe in, breathe out. And I want you to just move from the top of your head down into your face muscles, your cheeks, and see if there's any tension. And if you find any, just allow your face to relax. And as you move down to your shoulders, allow them to drop even more, allow them to release, maybe even move them a little bit and go down to your arms. It's a good time just to stretch and move and let it move throughout your body, down your spine, down your back, into your thighs, into your hips. See if there's any tension there and just allow it to be released as you breathe in and out, and check in on your joints, your knees, down into your calf muscles, into your feet, your toes, and just wiggle them out. And then we are really going to just continue to sit with yourself in silence with each other as we breathe in and out. Continue to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, breathe out. And as we take this last deep breath in and deep breath out, just know that life is always happening for you. So our last breathe in and out. And so that is the gift of breath and the gift of silence and the gift of just a moment of breathing in and breathing out that we have given to ourselves. And now that we have breathed in, breathed out, and did a 1 minute moment of breath, 1 minute moment of meditation, we're just going to hop into it. Like I said, I'm so excited about today because I really believe when you break up your years and quarters, it allows you to reset not once, right? Because everyone thinks about this large reset happening in January, but it allows you to reset 4 times a year. And the truth is, you can reset at any time. I love the whole idea of every new breath is a new opportunity at life. Every day that you wake up is a new opportunity at life. You can always shift your narrative at any given moment. And for right now, the moment that we are shifting in is based off of the quarters. And so today we are talking about how to end the year strong. Champions are made in the fourth quarter. I'm going to have a lot of sports references because I don't know about you all, but I am deep into the WNBA right now. And you have semis going on, and I'm just really excited about the recognition that the WNBA is getting, but also just to enjoy athletes at the top of their game. It's a time for me to also kind of sit back and enjoy this whole sense of teamwork, this whole sense of competition, this whole sense of challenge. I absolutely love it. And champions are made in the fourth quarter. I'm going to continue to say that because that is where we are. And so, what does that tell you? That means it's time for you to rise up. Because at the end of this year, you're either going to have results or you're going to have reasons. So many people are going to have reasons why they didn't accomplish what they set out to do. And then there's going to be that bucket of people that have results and said, I accomplished this, I did that. And that's the person that you want to be. So if you want to rise to the challenge, if you want to be a champion, if you're ready to take the shot because that's all that you can do in this fourth quarter, then buckle up because we're about to get into it. And so this is how you are going to end your year strong. Okay? You are going to get clear on your outcomes. Everybody says outcomes. Everyone type in the chat outcome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what you're going to do is that you're going to get outcomes. You're going to get clear on your outcomes. So what does this look like? And mind you, I said outcomes and not goals. Because when you hear the word goals, you think of, oh, this is something I'm going to accomplish. Versus when you hear the word outcome, you think to yourself, well, this is what the result is. No matter what, this is what has already happened. And so when you start to switch the language, that's when you really start to get in touch with your subconscious and letting your mind know that the train track that we are on, the direction that we are headed, is one of an outcome where we aren't striving to complete this. This is what is going to happen. You're writing it into your future. You are writing that narrative. You are the author. And so tying right into writing, what you're going to do with your outcomes is that you're going to write them out. You're going to sit down with yourself and you're going to write them out. And after you write out your outcomes, you're going to visualize them. This is how you tap into your subconscious and get your subconscious on track. You are going to think about what is it that you're going to see? What is it that you are going to? Y'all, that's not going. If you can hear her, she's having a moment. What is it? What is it that you are going to hear? What is it that you are going to feel? What is it that you're going to experience once you have this outcome? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And so that's something that you are going to do. The next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to look at this outcome every single day. Our mind loves repetition. And it's to the point where when you repeat it enough, it becomes something of habit. It becomes what you do, it becomes who you are. And so at first, you're going to consciously have to look at it every day. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be something that you just do. Now, here is a hack for a way for you to look at it every day. Put it in a space that you know you already are drawn to. So for me personally, that's on my mirror. I have my mirror right in front of my bed. As soon as I wake up, I see my outcomes every single day. It's so easy, right? It it's easier on me to where I'm literally able to say, oh, there are my outcomes. What actions do I need to take to make sure that I am hitting those marks each and every day? Because this is what is going to happen in my life. All I got to do is put in the work. And so that's what you're going to do in terms of getting clear on your outcomes. The next thing that you're going to do, and this may be one of the few times that you hear me say this, right? Is you are going to go small. You are going to go small now so that you can get big results. So, what does that look like? I want you to take small, actionable steps because small, actionable steps every day gets you those big results. It's about you identifying what moves the needle. So you now have your outcomes. You're very clear on what it is that you will achieve and have already achieved. So now that you're clear on that, you have to ask yourself, what steps do I need to take every day? What actions do I need to take to make sure that I get those results that I am looking for? And it's so important for you to look at doing actions that actually move the needle. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of people who post day in and day out on social media thinking that that is going to get them new clients, and it never does. And for other people, it works for them. But you have to ask yourself, what action do I need to take to move the needle? And one of the ways that you can do that is look at what has worked for you and what hasn't worked. You have been playing, right, for the entire year. We're in the fourth quarter. Hopefully, you've been playing, and from how you've played in the beginning, there's some results that you have gotten. Whether they're the results that you wanted or didn't want, there's still information and data there that you can pull from so that you can say to yourself, hey, this is what I can do, or this is what I need to do more of, or this is what I just need to stop completely. So whether you need to stop something, whether you need to change, or whether you need to start something, get it going. But it all starts with you taking a step back and looking at what has worked for you in the past and what hasn't. And as you do that, and you say to yourself, well, what I have been doing hasn't worked for me, that means it's time for you to do something different. And I know that doing something different or doing something differently requires us 9 times out of 10 to step out of our comfort zone. And I'm here to tell you that everything that you want is outside of your comfort zone. Because if it was in your comfort zone, you would already have it. And so you might have to do some things differently. And so it's time for you to start being uncomfortable or comfortable with being uncomfortable. You no longer can say to yourself, oh, I'm not sure if I should try that because that makes me feel some type of way. It's the fourth quarter. You either take the shot or you don't. It's the fourth quarter. You either take the shot or you don't. Because if you decide not to do something differently, you're going to get the same result. And it's almost like you're tip-tap-toeing on insanity by doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that something different is going to happen. It's not. So identify what it is that you can do differently within this next quarter that will cause you to push yourself to go outside your comfort zone. Because what you're doing right now isn't working. And to get to a place where something is working, you just have to try new things. Which really moves on to this third tip that I have, and this third encouragement, which is lean into faith. It's so amazing how the universe works, right? Because I literally was on a call this morning, and while on the call, the person that I was speaking to was literally stating that they wanted to show up on social media on Instagram. They already show up on TikTok, but the barrier for them was people know them on Instagram. And it was so amazing because I had also been in that same predicament before, where it's one of those things that you can take judgment from people you don't know, strangers, their opinions they don't really matter. But to put yourself out in front of people who know you or have known this older version of you, and you wonder how they will accept this new version of you, that's something to sit with. And during the time where I personally was sitting with it, and as she sat with it, I said, fear is a luxury you do not have. And I'm going to repeat it again because when I'm in this bubble or experience fear, or hear other people being in their bubble of fear, fear is a luxury you do not have. We are in the fourth quarter. The time is ticking. You will either have results or you will have results. And so it's time for you to lean into faith because fear is a luxury you do not have. And really think about that. When I first heard that, it blew me. I was like, my ears need to hear this again. My body needs to re-feel what that feels like to have heard it for the first time. Because, wow, who would ever thought to think of fear as a luxury? Because when I hear that you have options. You have an option to play it safe while other people do not. And 9 times out of 10, when we wait until our backs are against the wall to take that leap of faith because that's the only option we have. Or we wait until we hit rock bottom to then say, oh, it's time to crawl out and do something differently. And so before you hit the bottom, I'm here to encourage you to step out now and to choose it. I think there's something about being able to choose it. So I'm not going to hold us long. I just want to remind us that life is always happening for us. And in it happening for us, we also have to show up for it. And so the outcomes that you have written down, the way that you have visualized what will happen when it happens, the same way that you look at it every day, that's step one. Step two is then you taking small actionable steps to yield big results. Doing actions that move the needle by looking at what has worked and what hasn't worked, by choosing to do something differently. Because you realize it's the fourth quarter, you're going to lean into faith, you're going to lean into action, and you're going to take every shot. Because why not? The clock is ticking, shoot. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And I've really enjoyed this conversation with you all today and really speaking about this because I believe we all sometimes just need a reset. And this is your moment to reset. I'll also say that if you are looking to reset in the fourth quarter and you need a little bit of guidance, I do have one-on-one coaching slots open. And as we close out, I'll just say until next time, get clear on your outcomes, take small actions that yield big results, lean into faith, and as always, be limitless. All right, y'all, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.